Gun control activist Fred Guttenberg, whose daughter was killed in the 2018 shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglass High School in Parkland, Florida. I actually mentioned this in the stream I did today. On Friday, called out Senator Joe the Joke Manchin, Joe Manchin, Democrat of West Virginia, for his opposition to two gun control bills passed by the House last month. Guttenberg said more people will die as a result of the congressional inaction during an interview on CNN's New Day. The Florida parent made the remarks in response to comments by Manchin in an earlier interview, in which Manchin explained his opposition to certain gun control measures by stating that he represents the people of West Virginia. You know what? No, he doesn't, Guttenberg argued. He ran to be a senator, but his decisions have national implications, and people die because the things he does or doesn't do. My daughter died because of gun violence that was preventable, he added. More people will die across this nation because of things Senator Manchin said this morning. He went on to say, let's remind people like Senator Manchin, no, you got elected in your state, you represent the nation, and you need to make national choices. Guttenberg then said that he would like to meet with Manchin, directly addressing the senator by saying, Senator Manchin, let's find a coffee shop somewhere to meet. Let's meet. Let's get together. Let's talk about the reality of gun violence. Let's talk about why you need to be part of moving this Senate forward. The time to start saving lives is now, he added. One of the House bills would strengthen background checks, while the other would close the so-called charlatan loophole by extending the time federal investigators have to conduct background checks. However, the bill would need 60 votes to pass in the Senate, meaning that 10 Republicans would have to cross party lines to support it. And moderate Democrats like Manchin have signaled opposition to the two proposals. I don't really have a problem with that bill at all. It's just background checks. Like if you haven't done anything evil or nefarious, I don't see why you would be opposed to. God, I don't get these people in their opposition at all to this stuff. It feels so bare minimum to me. But let me respond to some of the things that Guttenberg said. And I'm trying to remember. There's so many different people that have, like, are tied to Parkland. I don't know if he's the same parent that I heard about several years ago. Um, I agree with him, and I like that he mentions how a lot of these senators fall back on this thing of, oh, the people of my state don't like this. But you're making a national decision. Your vote has an impact on national policy. So even if I were to sit here in good old California and say, yeah, I've got a minimum wage that's higher than $7.25. So I don't care, I'm well off. I would still say, hey, you know what? Even though it's higher over here, the fact that it's $7 anywhere is really insane. So I need to vote to increase the price, even if it doesn't, have some benefit for my state as far as it being something we already achieved. And we talked about on several other videos how gun control laws that are passed by states are always going to have the detriment of the fact that the U.S. is not an island. So California can pass every gun control law known to man, but if you then go to via your car, Texas, Florida, some other place that doesn't have any or has very few, and acquire a weapon much easier, then you found a way to override the weapons. That's why I get annoyed when people say, "Oh, Chicago is uh, proof that gun control laws don't work," because apparently they think Chicago is an island and people aren't getting guns from other places. I like these comments. I think they're very accurate. I think when people who've actually experienced the loss of having someone they care about murdered with these weapons, it carries a lot more weight than someone like myself speaking about it. And really with Manchin, I just get frustrated with him because he seems like his whole existence is just to screw up everything the Democrats want. Like there were people on Twitter who were saying that we should be calling him President Manchin. I agree. Democrats want $50 minimum wage. He ends it. Democrats want to give out a $2,000 stimulus check. He ends it. Democrats want a Green New Deal. He ends it. Democrats want gun control. He ends it. oh, I want this compromise bill. The compromise bill is the thing the Democrats are putting forward. Like this to me is a very tame law. And I would have no problem with it being passed because my background doesn't suggest any violence with weapons or like you know what I'm saying, that I don't understand how a rational person looks at this law that says, "Hey, let us have more time to investigate what exactly you are, who you are before we permit you." No. This is radical liberal legislation. I'm so sick of that. And Manchin's literally the poster child of inaction. So I agree with Mr. Guttenberg. I hope Manchin gets voted out, but I know West Virginia won't do me that favor.